year. Every single month of the year, every single day of the 365 days, you're gonna have somebody making a live action remake of Naruto. No matter how old you get, it's always gonna be trending. I wanted to talk about Naruto in particular because now we've got the One Piece live action and it's doing really great. But why do we always need to have a Naruto live action fan-made skit-made video trending every now and again? Maybe these days it's not as common, but I remember there was a time on TikTok where we had a lot of cosplayers that were making it really big, that are actually big right now, that were making a lot of Naruto live action videos. And those were really, really cool because it gave me hope that eventually in life we are going to have a live action for Naruto finally. Naruto really does deserve a live action because it has so many fans and loyal fans who are still in love with the characters and the storyline. So it has a lot of critics, but the one thing that's true is that it has a lot of loyal fans. The anime has so many loyal fans that would go so far for Naruto. You know what? Like, people have gone to Japan because of Naruto. You know, like they've invested in the Japanese economy because of Naruto. Naruto has so much impression and like so much influence on a lot of people. You know, even shops, H&M, Mr. Price from like even South Africa. You've got games and so many products that come out of Naruto, the figurines, the merch. So many retail stores that I just said, they all have Naruto, like, you know, worked with the actual name Naruto, with the characters and everything. It's hard to accept that there's never going to be a live action for this anime. Like, there's just never gonna, it can't happen. Okay, so the first reason that I think it can't be made is that it's just got too many storylines. Okay, so it's like, say that there's so many things that happen in Naruto that putting it in a movie is going to be too difficult. You've got Naruto when he was younger, like his childhood, and then you've got when he was older, and then you've got when he was even older, and then they had the war, and then obviously there's the Boruto adaptations. And mind you, I've watched Naruto as well. Like, I like it. I think it's a vibe. Okay, but so many people hate it. It would require seasons and it would require a TV show. So exactly like what One Piece did, you can't put One Piece in one movie. You need to have a TV show that's got dedicated episodes and dedicated seasons because there's just not enough time. That's not the only problem that you have. The other issue is that there's just so much CGI that has to go into this. CGI is extremely expensive as it is, but with Naruto, there's so many critical movements and visual effects that you need. There's a lot of CGI in those sort of media pieces because these characters use a lot of supernatural powers. But unfortunately with Naruto, you've got way too many. The worst one is these hand signs that you have to do, you know? And it's quite difficult to navigate. And then the Rasengan, like, how would you make it, you know, it would be difficult. And then the fire jutsu, the one Sasuke uses, and basically most Uchihas, the one they use, replicating that could be very dangerous on set if it's a live action. Accidents happen, like, a lot, and I couldn't imagine them playing with fire now, and then, you know, you still also need to add CGI on that, and then, you know, it's just a lot that has to go into this, that it's just so expensive to get extremely high quality CGI that's going to do all of these supernatural effects like justice. The other problem with the CGI or just the anime in general, there's a lot of movements that some people can find very cringy to watch. So it ends up not being good on TV. Like, we know that each and every platform has its specific algorithm. I feel like social media platforms don't care that much about what the viewer thinks, just as long as it gets some sort of reaction and it keeps the viewer on the platform long enough. So if you have something that's not visually attracting and it's not visually fitting, then your viewer is going to leave the platform. So when we are watching TV, it's different from like watching cosplays on TikTok or like watching these skits that we used to watch on YouTube long ago, you know, when it was like really a big thing to make skits, especially anime skits. But even now on TikTok, there's lots of creators, like really funny creators that make anime skits, and it's really, really funny. But when you want to put Naruto on TV, like on Netflix, it's gonna look weird and cringy, dude, because doing some of their movements that they do in anime, in the actual series, is gonna look weird for a human to do. Specifically, I think, in my opinion, the whole ninja, when they're running like this, I know they do it because it makes you run faster and everything, and it makes sense. And it made sense when we were all younger and we were doing it cool. Okay, I never did that. I never ran around like that, so I don't know. But anyway, if you did do it, like, I'm not making fun of you or anything. I'm just saying that to see grown people do that on the big screen is just going to look very, very cringy and like very off-putting. Television has its own rules, guys. You can't have the same things that you see on TikTok on television, because there's specific elements that make up a TV show or that make up something that's TV worthy. Let me tell you, there was also a director who potentially wanted to pick up Naruto, the same director who was working on some Marvel movies, okay? He wanted to pick this up, really. He was going to do it. He was this close to do it. And then he just got sidetracked with his other projects, and he was too adamant that I don't think this is a good idea. He was having some stuff in the works for Naruto, but ended up just tiptoeing away from it. And I feel like also that shows that it just doesn't have enough of a potential financial return, and it doesn't guarantee, because everyone loves Naruto. Like, they will go to bat for this, and there's so many fans, and having that many fans for something, there's going to be so much expectations. And I feel like a lot of movie directors are running away from this specific project because there's too many expectations, and if the audience finds it bad, then it's going to be a huge loss. It will definitely cause a lot of issues. I also know that whenever Netflix or even Hollywood wants to touch the anime space and do live actions, they always do a horrifically horrible job. Like, I'm not even gonna care, but it's always so bad. It's always so bad. And you wonder, like, what did you guys do with the money? Like, did you just buy food and like have a house party with all of the budget? Why do you never consult fans or people who've seen that specific anime to make sure what you're doing like makes actual sense? Because a lot of the live actions, everyone knows if Hollywood or Netflix is making a live action, it's going to be terrible. It's that whole thing, man, of like the fear of failure. If it fails, it's gonna fail hard, and it's gonna fail harder than the other animes that they've adapted before. So for example, like, remember Kakegurui and the gambling and stuff, like how bad and atrocious that was? Then they had that horrific second season, and I'm just like, you know what, just drop the third season. Let's see how bad this can actually be. Oh, and then not to mention like Winx Club. Like, bro, that wardrobe, like, are you guys really out of money? So at the end of the day, we will never ever see a Naruto live action that's good. But if technology can adapt, which I think it is adapting like really, really quickly, like we all know that if technology adapts, we can have like CGI that's more intricate, that produces a lot more better quality, you know, supernatural effects and things like that. If we can get those to happen, perhaps maybe use AI with the proper AI artists behind it, so we still have like that human element controlling what gets put out there, and we've got proper designers and everything, then I think we can actually make it work. And you know what? They probably need donations for all that. So before Naruto can actually be made, you're gonna need a lot more resources, and I think there's just too many resources that are actually needed. So I don't think it's gonna happen. But if you want it to happen, let me know. I'll put in a very good word with Netflix and I will ask them to make it, and I will direct it because I've seen Naruto. You can just leave it all to me, direct all your money and financials to me, and I will give it to Net. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. But yeah, anyways, let me know which other anime do you think they should make, because I really also don't think Jujutsu Kaisen could ever get an anime. Like, you are not recreating Gojo out here. Like, who looks like that? Let me know who looks like that. There's a lot of cosplayers that could actually pull it off, but like, remember, we need a cosplayer who can also act. So an actor who's a cosplayer, you know, I don't know. But anyways, let me know what you think about this situation. You know, it's always been ongoing situation. Every single year at least one person talks about this, and this year it's me who's talking about it. So I hope you have a very good week, and if you're watching any animes right now, let me know. Don't forget, I'm on stream and I am streaming on Twitch. Okay, I am streaming on Twitch and I'm gaming now, and it's so much fun that side. So definitely check my Twitch out, and please come to my Discord so we can chit chat, okay, and have some tea. But I hope you have an amazing week. Make sure you stay safe and you always have enough time for yourself to breathe and watch my videos, only because I am the only content creator you need. Okay, I'm out. Goodbye.